New year, new plans. If you want to find out what's going on, keep watching. Hello, and welcome to my weird little world where I like to knit and sew and do other crafty things. Happy New Year, everybody. We had a bit of a weird lead up to New Year's. Well, weather-wise anyways. It was pretty warm over Christmas, like unusually warm. And New Year's Eve, it decided to snow finally. So there is still a bit. I'm right by my window. Also, welcome to my couch. Yeah, I'm trying to film in different locations in our apartment. So yeah, there is still a little bit of snow on the ground. I was quite surprised. I thought, looking at the forecast, we weren't going to get any snow until mid-January, which honestly I'm okay with. Well, as the intro alluded to, being the new year, I have started setting my plans for my sewing, my knitting, YouTube, and you would have previously watched a video about the fact that I am now starting a Patreon, so February 2nd. So I'm working away on all of that. January is going to be crazy busy. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. I'm having a lot of fun doing this, so why not? Now, onto the plans. Last year, I looked back, and everybody does like a make 9. Last year, I looked back, and I didn't seem to do one. There was no initial plan anywhere that I could find. We had a not great beginning of the year. I'm not going to get into those details, but because of that, I think I just was keeping some things looser. I would make things as I would make them, as opposed to doing the make 9. I like to do the make 9 because I'm actually one of those people that writes a lot of lists. I like to do short-term plans for things just so I can work around them, or, you know, with sewing and knitting, you need to get materials to do it. So having a rough idea of what I want to do, I can go out fabric shopping or yarn shopping, and if I see something that catches my eye, I'll go, oh yeah, I could do that with this. Which also becomes a problem because then you have like a stash. It starts taking over everywhere. Anyway, this year I decided, because I am doing YouTube and I'm going to be doing Patreon, I really want to be more organized. I'm already a very organized person, but I want to be more organized. And also I find that when I make things like a make 9 list, I am more likely to actually do the things on that list instead of getting distracted by something else. Raise your hand if you get distracted by pretty fabric and other sewing patterns and knitting patterns. It is one of the things that does distract me. So, and then I end up with a pile of partial things that are done, both sewing and knitting and crafting even, and they get done eventually. It's just that I do get overwhelmed by that. So having a list and sticking to it will help me keep organized, even more organized this year. What is in store for YouTube? A bunch of people have asked me to do more tutorials. Like I did a survey, a couple of surveys actually, asking what people wanted to see more of. Tutorials was actually number 1. And of the tutorials, Haslam and knitting were the 2 biggest requests. So I had promised at the beginning of my channel, you know, I was going to do more Haslam. That's happening. So coming up in the next couple of months, I'm going to be doing more tutorials for that. And I'm going to be doing some knitting tutorials. There are a lot of people out there that they want to knit. They really want to knit. They just don't know how to begin or don't understand certain turns and stitches, things like that. So I'm going to work on doing more tutorials like that, basics, whatnot. and hopefully that'll help people. If there's anything else that you want to see that maybe you're not seeing elsewhere or even here, let me know. I'm very open to listening to your ideas too. Like, I want to do what you want to see. So please put comments below. You can also message me over on Instagram, whatever's easier for you. One of the biggest things I am trying to do while filming is stop saying all the way. I will get to the make 9 in a minute. I just wanted to let people know what's going on. I say a lot. I don't realize until I'm watching back the footage from filming how much I'm doing it. And it really annoys me. And if it's annoying me, it's probably annoying everyone else. I also say it enough that if I were to try to edit all the ums out, the footage isn't going to be smooth. There's going to be too many cuts. So I need to train myself not to do it anymore. I can avoid swearing when I'm filming. I swear like a sailor in real life. I F-bomb all the time, and I actually am very conscious of that when I am on camera. And I need to be that conscious with doing things like throwing the word like in there, starting a sentence off with so or okay. And it's a thing that and I don't know when it started, we do that habitually. I think when you're talking, a way to fill a gap of not talking. And honestly, it would be easier for me to edit out gaps of not talking rather than me going I am trying really hard not to do it anymore. What I've been doing is counting how many times I actually do it. And it's embarrassing how much it is. So I am working really hard to not do it. And one of the things I thought would be a way to really help me not do it, if you're watching this video and you want to go along with this game, comment how many times you count me saying in a video. That will also help me go, yeah, it's irritating other people, so stop. So I'm trying really hard to train myself to not do it. I know that when I'm speaking to people not on camera, I don't do it as much. I don't catch myself doing it as much. I don't catch myself starting sentences with, okay, so, not sure I'm doing it on camera. A lot of people do it. I'm not the only one doing it. I just did it right there. Trying to stop. Okay, so this isn't a whole video about me complaining about me saying this word. Let's get to the make 9, which is what this video is about. Number 1 on that list, numero uno, and I've already started, pants. I have listed out several different styles of pants that I'm going to make this year. The reason I'm doing a bunch of different styles rather than focusing on one particular style is because of my body shape. And I think if I try out 4 or 5 different styles, I'll actually learn what works best with my shape. Like in my head visually, I might think, oh, the Lucille trousers are going to work really well because I've seen other very curvaceous women doing that pattern and it looks fabulous on them. Might not look good on me. We all have similar shapes, but there are differences. That is the reason I'm actually I put together a cue card. I put together a list of the different styles that I like and I think will look good on my body. The styles I'm going to do, and the one I already have cut out is culottes. It's the Elsie culottes, I think. It's from Gertie's Patreon. I think it was from last year. I can't remember anymore. I've lost track because she's been doing it for 4 or 5 years now. 4 years maybe. There is Oh, and the reason I'm doing the culottes first is it takes up less fabric. When I've done pant toiles in the past, which I never continued with, I have only done like long shorts because I don't want to waste a lot of fabric in the beginning. The other ones I'm going to do are, going back to the pants toile I've done, a 1940s simplicity pattern, I believe. Bex over at Subversive Femme has made this pant pattern several times. So looking at how it fits her, I think it would fit me okay. Again, our bodies aren't completely exactly the same, but, you know, we have a very curvaceous, similar figure. So because of that, I did do a toile probably a couple years ago now because I keep saying I'm going to do it and then I get discouraged with the fit. They fit pretty well. They weren't horrible. It didn't look horrible on me. However, and again, it's my frustration with my body image. All I had to do was adjust the rise. I have a very high waist, and because of my belly and my bum, it pulls the material even more, like down even more. All I needed to do was adjust that. That was it. And then I could have made pants from that, but I did not. And to this day, I'm very disappointed in myself. I'm going to revisit that. I'm going to try on the old toile. I don't know if it's going to fit anymore, to be honest, because I have gained a bit of weight since then. Good old menopause. But yeah, I'm going to try them on again just to see where I'm at with that and if I have to size up or whatever I have to do. The Lucille trousers is next on my pants list. Again, I've seen a couple of curvaceous women who look fabulous in them. So I'm going to try that. Again, I probably want to do the 12 for that. I'm just going to do like a long short version of it, like shorts version, because those trousers do take up quite a bit of material. Also, I am going to visit Haslam for pants and also the sort of golden ruler style method of a drafted home. I'm going to see how, because those are more working with template or specific measurements. I mean, all patterns do. I mean, they really do. But in this case, you customize easier without having to do too many toiles or rewriting patterns too many times. So those are also going on the list. Number 2, I need more tops. I have a lot of Rita blouses. I love the Rita blouse. Don't get me wrong. I just tend to make that, or I make the smooth sailing blouse. And I have a few knits, like I just did again. I have a few knits such as the Hepburn top from Gertie. There's a few other simple tops that I have done 1 or 2 of, but the Rita blouse I do a lot. The smooth sailing I do a lot. I need to expand my horizons, especially if I'm going to be doing more bottoms, such as pants or skirts of any kind. I need more tops, because that is really lacking in my wardrobe. And also, the thing I'm doing with my Make 9 is I'm trying to fill holes in my wardrobe as opposed to making things because, oh, it's pretty. We all do it. The one big thing I want to do, and this is going to be a much bigger project than any of the other ones, is I do want to make a coat this year. I am going to do more like a fall-spring coat. I have all the fabric for it. I just need to get to it. And then once I have experience making that coat, I'll move on to heavier winter style coats, because that's going to require more material and extra layers of, I can't remember what it's called. It's like a interlining that makes a warmer coat. So I'm going to do more simple style coat first, probably a swing coat, because that requires less fitting, and then move on from that. Also this year, I was going to do this last year, and I ran out of time. Also the beginning of the year, when I would be making it. A lot of stuff was going on. I want to make a tiki capsule wardrobe. In the warmer weather, we tend to go out to a lot more tiki and surf, that kind of events or venues, and I would like to have like a proper tiki capsule wardrobe. I have a fabric, which my friend Laura gave to me for my birthday. She gave me, it's like 7 meters of it. I think it's quite a bit. So I already have a plan for the initial base pieces, which is going to be with that fabric, and then I'll add everything, like other things in, pulling the color from that fabric, like greens and teals and yellows, and I think there's like some peach or orange in there as well. So I'm gonna pull from those colors to build that capsule wardrobe. There was other sewing stuff. Oh, Peggy bodice. I have wanted to make the Peggy bodice forever. I've seen other people make it, including Lori, and it looks beautiful on them. It flatters everyone's shape. I, again, have bought fabric for it. I just need to do it. I just, as you'll know from other videos, I am somebody who will remake the same thing over and over again because I work hard to get it to fit properly. Like, I will tweak things to fit properly, and then I'll just keep making the same bodice over and over again, the same top over and over again. I'm trying to get out of that this year and explore more. Pencil skirts. I've talked about this before. I have vintage pencil skirts that I need to grade up, but pencil skirts are easy to grade up. Pants not so much. So I'm going to try to make a few of those as well. And that's also a getting over myself when it comes to my body. And there are a couple of knitting things in here. So there is this I'm going to put photos up of everything. You'll have seen them already at this point, but be assured there's going to be photos. There is a 2-toned cardigan. I think it's from, I'm positive it's from Subversive Femme. When the picture goes up, you'll see that it is. It is super cute. It is with bulky yarn. It's 3/4 sleeves. Though I may or may not make it longer. I might just stick with 3/4. We'll see. It'll be a fast knit. It'll be a palette cleanser. And it's just super cute. So I'm going to make that. Also, I want to do, and these are counting as 2 separate make 9s, because I'm probably going to do different styles for each of them, but I want to do a black bolero and a red bolero. These are both knitting. Also other sewn, like woven fabric boleros as well. Again, looking in my wardrobe and what's missing, I have a lot of blacks. Like, I have a black cardigan, I have a couple other black, like a short sleeve bolero. Yeah, I can't remember. There's a few black pieces in there. There's a few black pullovers, and there's also a few red pullovers. Same thing, right? I really love knitted boleros because you could throw them on over a dress or a top or whatever if you're getting cool, or if you're out on a out on a spring night or a fall night, and it's just too hot for a full sweater, but kind of a little chilly to not have something on, and boleros are perfect. So let's go look at my list here. I think I got them all. Yeah, so those are that's my make 9. I'm also going to post on Instagram the chart or the grid of photos. Everyone's putting them up. So I'm going to put a grid of photos up over on Instagram as well, just so you can see the 9 of them together. Although for like things like pants and the tiki capsule wardrobe, it's just going to be like 1 photo of pants and 1 of the wardrobe. It's just easier. So that all being said, what are you working on? Are you doing a make 9? I know some people also do a make 12. Going back to my burnout of the year of dresses, making a dress every single month during the beginning of lockdown, in 2020, I got burnt out. So I don't want to do that again. I don't want to do, like, I have to do one thing every month. Sometimes I will do one thing a month. Sometimes I will do a bunch of things a month. Also, taking into consideration that I'm going to be making things for Patreon and for here, I don't want to push it to the point where I'm, making myself miserable. So I'm only doing Make 9. But yeah, if you are doing Make 9, let me know below in the comments if you're doing it, yes or no. If you are doing it, what is your Make 9? Or do you do a Make 12? Or do you do a Make 3? Or do you pick a theme every year? Like dresses one year, and another year I did like sweaters. I was like every month I was doing a sweater, but not lace weight or intricate or that kind of thing. It was like mostly worsted and bulky. So I had, I did a cardigan, I did a couple boleros for a few months, that kind of thing. So if you do a theme, let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope my rambling at the beginning wasn't too much. I hope I didn't say too often. If I did, tell me how many times I did it. Honestly, I'm working really hard at this. And at the end of the video, once I've like gone through the footage, I am going to post how many times I said It's a way for me to stay in check and actually stop doing it. I apologize if I've annoyed anyone with it. I'm sure no one has actually said anything to me. Like, not one single person has said, you say too much in your videos, but I know I'm doing it and I need to stop. It's annoying me, so I know it's annoying other people. Anyway, I hope you had a fabulous New Year's and a fabulous holiday season. I actually did. I tried really hard not to be a Grinch, and to be honest, I had a really good holiday season. So, until the next video, stay kitschy. Bye!